The Border-Gavaskar Trophy, or BGT as it's being referred to, seems to be all the buzz now, especially when both Australia and India will enter the series with some not-so-positive results behind them. Australia just lost an ODI series to Pakistan. Some of their test seniors, in fact, were rested, keeping in mind the rigorous BGT coming up against India, and they lost to Pakistan at home for the first time in 22 years. India, as we know, is coming fresh off a whitewash also at home to New Zealand. A whitewash for the first time in 24 years. So clearly not very happy memories leading up to what is easily one of the most intensely fought and very avidly watched series in men's cricket. In fact, everyone is trying to attract the Indian and subcontinent fans to get in on the craze. Take a look at what some of the Australian dailies have employed on their front pages to announce the arrival of the BGT and the superstars. The Indian squad has flown over to Australia and almost everyone has started talking strategy and game plans. Captain Rohit Sharma will be missing that first test, so he did not travel with his squad, which means head coach Gautam Gambhir fronted up to the press in their pre-departure media interaction. Some highlights of what Gambhir said ahead of the series.
See, the first and foremost challenge is obviously the conditions. We don't control the wickets that they give. It is their wish, whatever they want to dish us with. We are absolutely ready to play on any kind of conditions. If we play to our potential, if we play our best cricket, we can defeat anyone on any given wicket. When I took up the job, I always think that it's gonna be a highly difficult job and highly prestigious job as well. And honestly, I don't think as if I'm feeling the heat, because my job is to be absolutely honest. What does Ponting have to do with Indian cricket? I think he should think about Australian cricket. More importantly, I have got no concerns whatsoever for Virat and Rohit. I've said it before about Virat. You don't ever question the greats of the game.
Pretty curt and straightforward, typical Gautam Gambhir. We've seen him enough number of times addressing the media as a player earlier to know what to really expect behind the mic as a coach too. He doesn't mince too many words. Don't remember seeing him smile too often either. This is what he is, what you see is what you get. And that seems to be an issue now.
Just watched Gambhir in the press conference. May be wise for BCCI to keep him away from such duties. Let him work behind the scenes. He does not have the right demeanour nor the words when interacting with them. Rohit and Agarkar, much better guys to front up for the media.
Commentator Sanjay Manjrekar saying Team India must avoid getting Gautam Gambhir to address press conferences here on. Leave it to men like Rohit Sharma and Ajit Agarkar instead. Let's dissect this before I show you what reactions that comment generated. Is Rohit Sharma more affable, more comfortable with the media than Gambhir? Of course. Does he smile more? Yes, and he makes the media laugh too. He cracks jokes. He's downright a treat at press conferences. But that's who he is. It's part of his persona. Gambhir was never that, and he never promised to be that either. He has always been this way. In fact, it was this very attitude and temperament that many of the commentators, critics all applauded and said India needed this right now post the Rahul Dravid era to take Indian cricket forward. He was appreciated for this very quality that he has, this very trait, the no-nonsense demeanour when he was roped in. So why is that such a concern now? Because India lost? Seems a bit fickle a reason to me at this point. Here are, of course, the reactions that line of thought received. not just Manjrekar. Sunil Gavaskar, who also has been very critical of the Gambhir approach in general, was also quick to taunt the head coach with the series against Australia looming ahead.
Gambhir, who himself averages 22.6 in Test on Australian soil, will now teach Indian batters how to play there.
You really do not need to have been an ace batter to be a good coach. Guess we all have seen enough examples of that in the past across various teams. And you don't need to coach Indian batters at this level on how to play their cricket. That's not the primary job requirement of a head coach. So I don't find myself agreeing to any of this. And it's not just Gambhir facing the heat. At stake, of course, is the chance of making it to the final of the World Test Championship for a third consecutive time. But it needs something close to a miracle. 4 wins out of the 5 remaining matches, which is against Australia, something Gavaskar doesn't believe India can achieve.
India can't win 4-0 or 3-1 with Australia this time. So don't think about WTC final now.
Clearly, Gambhir is under pressure. Yes, that we all can see. And there are daggers springing out from all quarters, as always is the case before India heads to Australia. It's a trial by fire for every member of that squad. And this series seems no different. We know what happened the last time India's ability to win against Australia in Australia was questioned. They bounced back to win a memorable tour. Either ways, we all can expect some very good cricket from both these very competitive and fierce squads.